Athletic Ruins 4, that sure looks like a level. Okay. I'm picking up what this is laying down. Bonk. Oh, that actually worked out. I wanted that. Goodbye, mole. Goodbye, other mole. Goodbye, mole of a third type. You know, in retrospect... Oh, I guess I didn't need that. Huh. I got out of there without getting hurt. Pretty happy with that. Those badges consist of... Oh. Groundwater reservoir with a capacity that would overflow. Instead of a Coca-Cola bottle? Oh my. Boobs. Last time I went and, what? How am I supposed to do that? Last time I went and filled up on gas, that was exactly what the reader read. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, that wasn't a good plan. That's a very large number. Gotta be careful. Oh no. Gotta be more careful. No, that's not coming back, is it? Neither of those objects are coming back. So, what I thought I'd try and do was kick the shell and run off and land on the shell. It wasn't smart. It just wasn't. No off-topic questions in general. Muted, banned. What? You know, I get it right the first time, and now I can't get past the first screen. Oh, dang it. Yeah, it's not worth it. So happy that works. Okay. Now this part was throwing me for a loop. That doesn't help. Want a shell back. The Great Senator. I love it. That was a lot of fun to go to the Adventure Game Con. Learn some interesting things. Including something about the Great Senator. Nope. So I went up to talk to the voice actor at the, after the... one of the panels. And he had mentioned that he did an awful lot of tricky voices for Sierra. Including doing sort of a weird Egyptian dude with a lisp in in the Laura Bow 2 game. And of course Cedric the Owl. He's best known for Cedric the Owl. The companion that is frequently not helpful in King's Quest V. I had a lot more faith in myself than I should have had. And I asked him whether or not this particular voice was difficult for him. He's like, no, that was pretty easy. He's like, no, for this game, what I was doing was, it was a specific Louisiana politician that he modeled him after, a guy named Huey Long, I think. Apparently he ran for president and also got shot, like weird stuff, political stuff. But I have the Wikipedia page open and I am going to read it at some point. And so that was that's where the Great Senator voice comes from. That's pretty cool. He also mentioned that at the end of EcoQuest 2, that there's like a Jamaican accent for the shaman or something. And I even having played the game, don't remember that. I need to go look it up to see what it's out, to see exactly how he did it, how well he did his Jamaican accent. Because apparently he didn't actually know what a Jamaican accent sounded like before doing this, and was basing it off of like a 7-Up commercial, which makes me highly curious to see how this actually worked out. It's a weird jump. The kingfish? The crab, the great senator. Unless it's the kingfish. Oh, I did not know that he had that nickname. That makes more sense. Yeah, no. Did not know anything about this era of politics, so. Crap. I jumped on it. Yeah, but that was cool. Saw some good demos. I have some cards, including one game where it's like, unless the person, if it wasn't for the specific person being involved making the game, I would think it was some sort of horrible something awful parody. But it's not. It's very odd. An adventure game about a guy with Down syndrome, made by, at least in part, by a guy with Down syndrome. It's very odd looking. The game actually looks pretty good. It's got kind of a... I don't remember like what the specific aesthetic is. It's kind of like a chunky pixel. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Code Monkeys. That's what that aesthetic is reminding me of. If anyone ever actually watched that TV show, Code Monkeys was this... I don't remember what channel it was on. Comedy Central or something. It was a show about game devs. It was rather raunchy. And had a pixelated art style on top of, like, different perspective backgrounds. It was very odd looking. It was a fun show. They got, like, good guests. I want to say, like, Steve Wozniak was in the first episode. I cannot get past that without taking damage. Tipped it. Oh, there we go. Got to the midway. Dang it. I see what you did there. Just didn't see it well enough. There were some interesting panels, such as like one that was about the era behind the scenes stuff. And quite literally, they're like, "Oh yeah, there's another one of us out there. Let's just pull him up on stage," which was pretty funny. But one of the weirder bits was there was a dev in the audience who'd worked on like the aisle. You know, maybe I need to jump on one of those. I think I can actually. Oh, there, I can't actually make that jump. I wonder what the intended solution was. You know what, Charlie? I think you're just gonna cause me problems. I'm just gonna get rid of you. Only reason you know about Huey Long's a lot of his policies made in the Second New Deal. Going through the topic with a friend not too long ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, all comes full circle somehow. In retrospect, this was not one of my better choices. You know, Pokey, you can keep your coin. I don't know what's in that box. I don't think I'm ever going to get to know what's in the box. Of course. It really does, don't it? It ain't that the truth. Oh, that kind of hurt. Right, don't. I swear, this level, like, makes me want to do things and then have to reconsider whether or not it was a good idea. That felt more like what was intended there. There we go. But yeah, one of the guys in the audience is like, so how did this actually work? Did you guys implement this, or was this part of the system? And he was like, no? It turned out that I think that there was some like dialogue-based stuff that was implemented specially for Isle of Dr. Brain or Castle of Dr. Brain. And so the guy who, you know, was in charge with making the puzzles for it didn't know that that is how that ended up working out. Close. Not close. But there were a lot of Sierra people there. About 18 were at the awards thing at the end of Saturday. I counted because they went on stage. Given that the relative size of the actual con itself, that's not bad. was kind of a small thing. Like, there wasn't a whole lot to do, especially on Friday, if you weren't attending a panel or going and looking at the small amounts of merch stuff that people are selling. There were some people, there's always people who are just, like, selling general fandom things. Nope. There was one I actually was kind of interested in buying. They had, like, nice little adventure game character magnets, but they came on top of these other, like, background things, and I really didn't want to pay for both. Because I really wasn't interested. I'd like to have, like, an Alexander Fridge magnet. That's fine. Okay. But didn't care to have a canvas background for it and pay, like, 30 bucks. Also, there was the used record store from the U District was there, and I was very surprised. It was kind of hilarious. Was on Friday, they mostly just brought, like, records. And then and a few games. And then I think they got someone better the second day who actually understood what this convention was about. Or they kind of like, oh, it's about those kinds of games. And so they brought out a crate of random PC games. As well as an OG sealed copy of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, which, impressive. But still, really happy I bought my copy before they got insanely, well, I bought Squiggles his copy before they got insanely pricey. Not that it matters too much. The 3DO has no copy protection whatsoever. So you're just kind of free to, you know, copy your game. Oh no, I could have saved that. Free to copy whatever you want, CD-wise. I know I did it for CDI. It worked just fine when playing the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe. I have heard, though, that 3DOs can be a bit more temperamental. I guess since that was dumb. Last Run Games, or whatever, LGR, I think they are. That's Lazy Game Reviews. What are that people? Whatever. The people who make weird box copies of old games. Limited Run Games. I cannot believe I spaced on that. Did do a Plumbers Don't Wear Ties re-release. And they had some issues with 3DOs reading the discs that were burnt. There was some amount of drama over that, but I don't recall much of it. But yeah, they brought that out, and that was nice. There were a few other people, like, showing off their things. There was one of the things was actually kind of funny. There was a booth that was just labeled Unity. There was a game in front of Mike. So are you just here to advertise the concept of Unity? Or it's like, oh yeah, no, I work at Unity, and I also have this cool little adventure game I'm making, and I want to show it off. Very Canadian. It takes place in Quebec. Because nothing takes place in Quebec. Just statistically. Nothing happens in Canada. Okay. I almost got on it, at least. Oops, I beat the level. Didn't quite mean to, but it worked out. Alright, well, I can flag that as done. What's up, Risky Fondue? How you doing? Flag that is completed. And boobs. I will complete boobs. Ow, Yellow Switch Palace, you're always there. Nope. No P-Switch jump there. Great. Excellent. Oh, no! Anyway. Oh, what? No, that's not how this works. There we go. That's the ticket. What was the game? Kona? Not sure. Anyway, that was a good level. I got my jump. I'm happy. There were some really tricky jumps that I had to stop and think about, but it happens. I'm fine with that.